A drum technique that makes your drums thunderous. Next on Music Surgery with me, Dr. Bob. Hey, before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of future videos. Also, there are tons of great samples from my personal library below in the description of every video. They're all pay what you want. And lastly, if you want me to work on your music, hit me at drbobmusicsurgery@gmail.com. So, I combined a Mutt drum technique and a Bob Rock drum technique, and it's huge. You're gonna love it. Watch this. All right, you guys, a really cool one this week. Very, very simple, but highly effective. Combining a Mutt technique and a Bob Rock technique. Let me play you these drums. Here we go. All right, rock track, pretty punchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute all my cymbals, and I've also, in this snare, there's one of these snares, this one, that had a reverb, two reverbs, and it sounded like this. I'm muting those just for this purpose. So everything I have here is just direct drums and the room sound of the drums. It's not, there's no reverbs. I've taken the reverbs out and the cymbals out. Now what I'm going to do, I've set my markers here, and I'm going to bounce this down and call it drums down. So I'm making as though I'm doing a mix down of my whole song. So it's taking all of these drum tracks and putting it to 2 tracks, just like you would at the final mix. So now I have drums down here. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to turn my cymbals back on. I'm going to go to this snare that had my 2 reverbs, and I'm going to turn that back on. And now let me mute the drums down. Let me just check this. Okay, now I'm going to take this drums down and I'm going to detune it. So let's listen to, I'm going to turn it down and let's listen. Let's detune it a little. Already you can hear the tonality of the black snare on Metallica's Black album. They used a detuned Black Beauty. So you're already hearing a little bit of, oh, that reminds me a little bit of that snare. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this in under my drum. So here's without. And with. Immediately, thicker, punchier drums. I can compress this. I can EQ it. That snare's poking right there. I want to get a little more of that. Listen to what it does to the toms at the top. There you go. I've just experimented. I brought it down 5 steps. Or 5 half steps, actually, in Cubase. So do that to taste. I mean, it could be, you know, with all the instruments in, you'll want to do that to taste. But this is something that brings out an element of the drums that EQ doesn't do, compression doesn't do. You can't quite put your finger on it. What's going on there? To me, it sounds a lot like the Metallica black snare, the black drums. And also, I kind of got it from the Mutt thing where he would trigger 100 hertz pulse under the snare, which made the snare sound bigger and fatter. So anyway, kind of took those 2 things, combined it, make it my own. But try that. It's a wonderful technique, and there you go. Well, there you go. Experiment with this at home, the amount you tune down the drums, compress it, EQ it or not. Try all these things once everything's in the track, and you're absolutely going to love it. Thanks so much for watching. Give me some comment, love, and a thumbs up below. And hit me at drbobmusicsurgery@gmail.com if you want to say hello or you want me to work on your music. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you the next time the doctor's in.